If you hear music in Android, you can also. Okay. Alright, there's no music here, but we are putting covers in the video. What else?
Like the news feed, maybe?
Yeah, news feed. Educational. Like to educate.
Okay. Oh, Italian.
Appreciate your time on our booth here in Barcelona, and let me probably introduce you to our product which we are announcing today. That's YotaPhone, which is a dual screen, first world dual screen smartphone up and running. And actually this is it, so this is the first prototype which we are now developing. We are targeted to launch it second half of this year. And it has it runs Android latest version Jelly Bean Android, and it runs on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 1860 dual-core platform. But we are thinking about upgrading it to quad-core before launching now. And it has a front LCD 4.3-inch screen from GDI, Japan Display Company, and it has a backside is an EPD screen from E-Ink. Both screens are covered by Corning Gorilla 3D glass, so it's very reliable and robust materials here. And actually the cool innovations here as well, that first of all there is a button touch zone which substitutes Android software buttons. So you don't need the buttons, but if you can swipe from right to the left, and it's a back gesture. And if you need to go to the home, you can just make a longer gesture. At the same time, if you need to go to the Google Now, you can just put it another side. It's very easy, very convenient, but we start using the phone automating this, because when liking to the hand, you're always doing like this, and it's very, very easy and convenient. Another thing is that on the rear side of the phone there is a power button, and it's combined with the SIM slot. So you don't have a different thing. So here is the SIM slot, and at the same time it's a power button. So here is a hole, but you need to use some and it jumps up from here. Basically, on the other side there is a ink screen which doesn't have a touch function. But this is by our design, because we don't want user to treat it as the similar screen. It's something new, it's something kind of information window and differentiate window for the user. However, on the bottom side we have a zone which can be used for manipulating the screen. So you can change between different views and change between different applications. Okay, so let me basically tell you about what is the kind of a general idea behind the phone. Why it's needed to two screens, by the way. First of all, it's definitely personalization, because we used to buy the covers for our phones. We want to personalize ourselves, we want to change them. So in this case, you can put any wallpaper on the phone, maybe some selected blocks. And by the way, you can connect your Facebook and Instagram and profile here. So you can download the photos from your family or vacation, etc. So and you can change the photos. Let's say you have a very good vacation. You want this memory to be. You're just pressing the simple button and it's here. So it's always still there. And because this is an EPD screen, it basically does not consume the power. It consumes very, very little power once it's updated on the specific region. And if your device goes off because of battery is zero, the image stays there forever, so the last image. This means that if you want to make some map, for example, this gesture like this, and it's put here. So you always can understand the final direction. You don't need to keep it in mind. You don't need to worry about your battery level. So it could be always here, guide you to the final destination. And also could be another cases like you said, the boarding pass in the airport. You are making web check-in. You are just making like this. You have a boarding pass here, it will work, you can pass the security, you don't need to keep a screen on for this, so you can turn it off and it will be here. And even battery goes down, you still can be secured in this case. And there are a lot of more use cases we're implementing now about you can put all kind of the information which was retrieved by your phone before it dies. I think all of us were in a situation when your phone is something that were in another room. Somebody was calling to you, but when you find the phone, it's already discharged. What's going on? I see the black box. But here, before dying, he can drop any information about you, or you have some call from your mom just before your phone was discharged. You need somehow to make a call quickly. And definitely there are many other use cases like, because usually on the phones, so what we found that right now all people, they use smartphones, they're always checking something. New emails, new tweet, new SMS, new message time, so you're always turning it on, turning it off, just to check what happens. If I take the general phone with myself here, what I can see that it blinks, some messages blinking for 1 second when the screen goes off. If I'm on the meeting, if I'm busy, I won't always look and check my phone. But I can, with our phone, you can make like this. So let's say there is SMS coming. And by the way, this is our new invention. We call it patent this. We are analyzing SMS text, and depending on different phrases, we are taking the picture. So you can send an SMS from any phone to this, and we can understand and bring some additional emotion to here, putting different images here. So this is how the SMS looks like. And if you will not miss it, by the way, and you will not notice it anywhere. And if you'd like to reply to SMS to communicate, you can make a swipe edits in the messaging application directly. So you don't need to make anything. By the way, if you don't want anybody to see the message, we have a security and privacy setting. You can set up that I don't want to see the text of the message, I don't want anyone to see it. And you can manipulate the same. For example, I want to see all my messages on a big screen from my mom. All others I don't want to show. Or at the same time you can set up that my favorite people, I don't want to share any information from my favorite people on the big screen. So you can set up this. And definitely if you're social addicted, you usually would like to be always notified about new tweets, Facebook profile, some sport news if you are watching the football match, but you don't want to keep your real life, so you don't want to be inside the phone. In order to make this, we can put a Twitter back to the back screen, and it will be retrieved an information in real time. Once a new tweet will appear, it will pop up, and you can see that if there is something new, you can, I would say, use the same and go to Twitter and send something. But if not, you still can read the RSS books, and you can check your maps with even different like Facebook profile, etc. So there's different type of use cases which we are now developing, and I hope it basically will help most of the people to live more easily in the real world, to receive an information which is more relevant, because, for example, for a meeting, and keep the device